I don't usually film in this area, but I feel like it is very important because today I finally am taking the courage to clean my room. Yay! Not just clean my room, I am also reorganizing my yarn stash because this is not all of the yarn stash that I have in this room. I have a lot more in the living room that needs to be put in here because my cats keep attacking my yarn. It's not fun, it's not great. So it's time for me to put everything into this room and reorganize. It's been a long time coming, kind of have to do this. And I thought, you know what, if I put a camera on, spend some time today actually putting everything away, then maybe I will have the courage to finally finish what I've been saying I'd be doing since January. And it is May. That's a whole tangent. Hi, hello, my name is Bashari. This is the Hairy Knit. We do a lot of knitwear things, including organizing my yarn stash because it's been a long time coming. I'm wearing a really cool shirt that says Terima kasih for nothing. Terima kasih means thank you in Bahasa Melayu, so it literally means thank you for nothing. I've had this shirt for like 4, 5 years. It's a great conversation starter and it's so much fun. I really love it. Tangent aside, I go on many tangents. This is what my space looks like right now. It's not all of my yarn, and I have some yarn in boxes, and I also have a lot of stash yarn. And I also have, let me just move my bag away. I also have this cart that is filled with yarn. I've had this cart for about 2 years now, and I don't think it's very utilized. So I need to take some time today to really reorganize everything. What I think will be done is I'm going to take out all the yarn that I have and put it onto my bed right here and then just figure it out because right now I have my mannequin. Her name is Manny. She's a very lovely, that hurts. This is Manny. She is very lovely, a little skinny, not my size, but you know what? We will do what we can with her. She's wearing the Matahari tank, which is still getting developed and graded. And then the Sunday sweater that I'm currently knitting up for my honeymoon. I'll have a video on that soon. I'm gonna put her away. But we have this section, which is basically a lot of my knickknacks that I've collected over the past few years. And I don't intend on removing anything. I don't want to throw them away because a lot of it is sentimental. I think it's very underutilized in my space, and I could definitely take advantage of the space there and turn it into more yarn room and then utilize the space up here in here next to my art wall. If you want more details on my art wall, it is really pretty. I have like local artists and some prints and frames for my sisters, and just really cool art. I really love it. That is the plan. I have these boxes as well, full of like scrap yarn that's too big to put in little jars like I usually do. And I also have a box full of yarn, and I also bought some boxes from Rattan House here in Brunei that I thought would be really good to keep yarn and other stuff in. So that is the plan. Let us get started. We're almost done with this section, but I do have some yarns that, if you saw last week's video, I got it for free. Someone gave it to me, a lot of yarn, and their majority of them are in cones. So I'm thinking with my big brain that I'm going to just leave it here. But there is a few bits and bobs of yarn here that won't be able to fit inside this. We shall figure it out. I'm gonna take it out. This is most of the yarn that I have in my room. I'm pretty sure this is most of the yarn in my room, including my stash yarn and a few sample knits that I made over the past few years that I really need to put in drawers somewhere. But we are not done. We still have the section outside in my living room. And I'm gonna put everything in my bed, on my bed, just so I can visualize how much yarn I actually have. Because the thing is, I feel like because I have yarn in two different areas of my house, I just cannot compute how much yarn I actually do have. And that is an issue that I feel like is very much a me problem. I'm aware. And I need to resolve that by actually properly documenting how much yarn I actually have. So I'm going to be creating a yarn database probably after this video. So let me know if you want that. Let me know if you want like how I organize my yarn stash and not using Ravelry. Because Ravelry is great, but I feel like I need something that is more systemized and physical. Because yes, it's really nice to look at pretty yarn, but it's probably not the most effective to see how much DK you have or how much fingering or bulky weight yarn you have. I kind of need to visualize it through physical. So let me know if you want that kind of video, maybe in the next few weeks or so. Look at Champ, so curious. Champ. He really likes boxes for some reason. No, I need this. This is Champ. You've seen him a couple of times, Seasum. He's a real cutie patootie. Oh, do you have anything to say? Correct. This is all the yarn that I have outside. And if you watched my old yarn stash video, when I was organizing it and putting it downstairs, this used to be the shelf that I put it in, and I moved it all back up last year because I think we were turning the knitting room into a surau, which is fine. So we put the shelf up here. However, this shelf cannot fit into my room. I just have too much stuff. And honestly, I'm getting married in a few months. I do not think my husband wants to see a whole shelf of yarn. I don't think it's his deal. I am going to instead put all the yarn on a smaller stack of shelves in my room and just kind of finesse it. I have incorporated some bags, some paper bags to put everything, so hopefully everything can go be put into its proper place. Champ is very curious about the bags, and he really likes bags for some reason. Come on out, Champ. Come on, I have a video to film. Good news is I filled up the baskets and we have a lot more baskets there. Bad news is I'm really worried that not all of this can fit in my room, but we shall see. This thing. I'm taking a quick break because that's a lot of yarn on my bed. I did not think that I had as much yarn. No, I knew I had a lot of yarn. What I didn't realize was that I had a lot of acrylic yarn that I've accumulated over the past 12 years of knitting. 14 years of knitting. I don't have the heart to throw it away. I don't want to throw acrylic yarn away, but I also know that I don't really have a use for it. So I might take some yarn, reach out to some schools and ask if they want some acrylic, if they want to teach their students how to knit. But I do have an upcoming project coming up where I might have to use stash yarn. So that's another part that I need to think about. I need to separate the yarn that I know I'm gonna eventually use and yarn that I know I have no use of currently to make wearable garments, accessories, decor, stuff like that. I just need to take a break. I'm sweaty. Who thought that organizing your yarn could be really, really hot? And I still haven't gone through my shelf here, which, you know, now in hindsight, I don't think this is enough shelf. Even if I took away all the acrylic, which I will, I still need to find a space for my little knickknacks. Look at that, they're so cute. And my little flower and my owls. I have a lot of owls. When people know that your favorite animal is like a cat or an owl or a duck, they just give you an abundance of them. And, you know, they've been on my shelf for almost 6 years now, so I don't really have the heart to take them away. Thankfully, it seems like everything is cleaned up if you don't look at anything else. I think the next steps is to take out all the acrylic that I have in boxes and put them aside. Probably in a plastic bag, maybe this one or just a tote bag, though I think a tote bag might not fit all of the acrylics that I have because I know I have use for them in the future. I don't really want to take those away. I also have some t-shirt yarn that I know would be really great for bags in the future because I do want to make some bags to sell at some pop-ups in the next few months. So I know that's going to be the idea. But right now, I know that I do not have any use for them, at least now. I'm going to take out all the yarn from the bags and I'm going to sort through all the acrylic, all the milk cotton, any cheap yarn that I know I won't use. I'm just going to take it out. I'm going to be really, really, really tough on my yarn. It's been a long time coming, if I'm honest. I have this basket that I got from Rehat House, and I think it's the perfect place to keep my stash yarn, my scrap yarn at least, because I have so much scrap yarn from project over the past decade that I have just no use for yet. I also have a lot of gauge swatches that I really should keep in hindsight, but I've also completely forgotten what needles that they use. I'm gonna keep it in this bag for now. I think that's just easier, so. And if there's any more really big scrap yarn that I think could fit in this, I'll just keep it in this for now. There should be plenty of space, at least for the scraps that I have, and I feel like it would be great for stuffing, especially for toys or anything in the future that I might want to knit up. And it looks relatively clean, relatively. There's still a lot more work to do, and we shall do it in time. I am slowly going through everything. It's currently 1:15. I need to go out in around an hour, hour and a half. So I have to speed run this and try to finish up as much as I can, at least until my bed and everything else is clear. It's actually not so bad. I've taken out all the stuff from my shelf. It's nice, it's fine, it will do. Okay, good news. I am almost done, and I feel like I could fit a lot of the yarn into my shelf. It seems like I have 2 empty shelves, which is good because I have a little bit more yarn to just like put in. The bad news is it's about to rain, and I have to leave my house in like 10 minutes because I have a meeting and I'm going to the gym. So I don't know if I can finish everything by tonight, especially if it gets dark. I have a few more things to do on Friday, so I think I'll check back with you on Saturday and we'll finish up because honestly I can't leave my room in this mess. I need to sleep on my bed too. Alrighty. Hello. I was cleaning up my room on Thursday. It is now Tuesday of the next week. So quite a bit. I was kind of living in perpetual mess, but this is what I've gotten so far. The yarn that is almost done is here. And then I also have this tray that I still need to kind of clean up. A lot of things here needs a little bit more finesse. And once I'm done with my little yarn corner, I can start finally cleaning my room, because now looking at it, there's just piles of different things around. But this video is not about cleaning my room, it is about organizing my yarn stash. It just happens both places are in one place. I hope that makes sense. It's currently 10:10. I have a lunch with my fiance, so I really hope I'm able to finish this in time, and then I am good to go. And we can finally say that my room, at least my yarn corner, is finally clean. She is done. She is done. I had to turn on my big lamp or my big light because there was just no light in this area. I need to put the overhead lights back on and maybe add a few more lamps in this section. But I think this is a pretty gosh darn good yarn stash. And I managed to destash quite a lot of yarn, if I'm honest. This isn't all the yarn. If you saw last week's video, I did get a lot of yarn from Mish, who gave it to me so kindly for free. And I have some of them here, but I also have a lot more in another basket. But I think right now it's just going to stay in the basket. And of course, I do have some projects coming up where we need not necessarily expensive wool or cotton yarn that I use a lot. It's probably using the acrylics that I've just kept over the past decade. I think this is the yarns that I will be using in the near future. At least I hope. Knock on some wood. Yeah, I think we can end the video here. There's still a lot to clean up, I'll be honest, but the yarn section is nice and I really enjoy it. It was a couple of days, mostly because I didn't have time in my room, but that is okay. We managed, we got it done. This is going to be a monstrous video to edit, but I want to say thank you so much for watching if you're still here. If you like this video, please do like, comment, and subscribe. I will see you soon. Don't forget to check out my Instagram if you want to. And yeah, I'll see you guys later. Bye. Also, let me know if it's cool to use this mic. I rarely use it. I bought it when I was in KL. Have not used it, but I think it's really fun.